What's good, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Hey, welcome to another episode of Spade Tech. And that reminds me, I do need to work on a new logo for this because it's not the BADSPADE channel. This is Spade Tech, and welcome to the show, folks. How's everybody doing out there? Hey, it's been a while. I meant to stream this weekend, but some things came up, and literally some things came up, literally and figuratively and whatever. But hey, so I don't know if you guys have been watching lately. I did stream a little bit on, I think it was Sunday, just briefly, and I was going over what's it called, hang on a second, that's a little bit better. So I was going over some stuff. Sorry guys, I'm drawing a blank. Things are good. I just snagged a couple laptops, actually. So I've been getting into like fixing up some laptops here and there, and I snagged a laptop. I snagged 3 laptops, right? This is a old school HP. You guys can't see it, but I'll switch my cameras here in a second and show you guys. But Cheeto, what up, Cheeto Gaming? Listen, so I snagged like 3 HP laptops on a thrift auction for it was like $32, right? And then with shipping, it came to like 52 because there's 3 laptops, kind of heavy. And one of them was like from 2012, and that was really the only one that was any good of the 3. The other one, like functionally was good, but the screen was like messed up and it had some like a bunch of dead pixels all over it, so that one was kind of trash. But I dabble in eBay an awful lot, so I went ahead and I can show you guys. Actually, where's my eBay? Hey, thank you for the subscription, Cheeto. I appreciate you, bud. So I went ahead and listed them. I don't know if yeah, it's not in the unsold, but I can show you some of my active items. So with that one, I ended up just stripping it down and selling it. I listed it for parts. So this was one of the motherboards on there. From there, I'm including the heatsink with that. It's still good. Everything on it functions properly. It's all functional. But again, the screen was cracked, so I took that apart. And actually the piece that sells the most is the back screen enclosure. So this one right here, this is the screen enclosure. So it's just the plastic mount on the outside, and that actually sells pretty well. So, and I have to revise it. It's got 2 views, but I'll probably push the promotion a little more and take some better pictures. I'm also selling this old laptop. I got to take better pictures of that. So, I mean, we could do that today as well. You know, I'm all about sharing with you guys like what I do. And then also, one of the laptops was newer, but the screen was absolutely smashed, right? But it had a 1 terabyte NVMe inside of it. So I don't know if you guys can see it. So just a little chip right there. That's 1 terabyte. So I went ahead and bought one of these little USB enclosures. So now I have a portable 1 terabyte thumb drive. So basically that was free because the screen was smashed on that other one. I disassembled it, sold just the keyboard and trackpad and like the metal housing, no parts other than that, for $40 some. So, and I can show you. Where is it? Overview. Where's the ones that sold? Yeah, this right here. So I sold, yeah, $40. So I sold just this for $40. So that pretty much paid for all the laptops. And this was the one that had the 1 terabyte SSD inside of it. So I still have the main board from this, which is slightly damaged. Hey, Ming Fang. Ming Fang Tang. Ming Fang Tang. That's fun to say. They got Bang & Olufsen speakers in here, which I did not include with this auction. It was just for the metal housing, inside and outside. And see, the outside was a little damaged. So you got to show like all the pictures, like this is the product. This is what you're actually getting. You know, it's a little banged up, a little bent up. But yeah, see this one here? I think it fell, right? And it was still plugged in because the inside of this USB was all damaged. And unfortunately, I think that's the one that charges it. The other side was a little banged up too. A little banged up there, a little banged up there. But like I said, I sold just that piece for $40 with shipping. And you can see other items here. See, like just for this without the trackpad and keyboard, $139 or $87 right here. So I probably could have gotten more for it, but I honestly didn't care, right? Like, who cares? But all the parts were good, a little dirty, a little banged up, whatever. Like for $40, you get the keyboard and the trackpad. You know, there wasn't water damage, which is what most people want to watch out for. So I paid for those, and I got a free 1 terabyte SSD, essentially, right? And then I got a free laptop out of the deal. So I can, let me change camera here. So three laptops purchased total for like 50 some bucks. Sold just part of it for $40, and then I also sold the fans out of there, sold those for $15. And then what else? Sold my printer. Oh, and the RAM. There was 16 gigs of RAM in there, SODIMM, and sold those for $25, which I probably could have got more, obviously, because this is right here, $50, 8 gigabyte or 16. Like, I probably could have got more for that, but you know, it is what it is. Sold it, got rid of it. Cause see right here, dude, 17. So I sold 2 of them for $25 plus shipping. Wasn't bad. And that would bring my total to $195. But then you got all kinds of eBay fees and other crap that was in there. So that's what I've been doing lately. And so, like I said, I got the 1 terabyte. Let me turn on my camera. There we go. So I got the 1 terabyte SSD, and I could turn this off for right now. The 1 terabyte SSD out of the deal. I just bought this little enclosure. It was like $15 or something like that. Came with a USB 3.0 cord, so super fast. 1 terabyte. Been putting all my data on here. I actually turned this into a Ventoy, and I'll show you guys that later. And so this was the 2012 that I got, right? It's older, it's thicker, it's even got VGA, if that dates it at all. It's not great. It's not great. It only had 4 gigs of RAM. And the hard drive in it was like 700 gigs, but it was only 3 gigs per second. So that other laptop that I scrapped for parts had a regular hard drive platter, and I took that one out because it was 6 gigs per second. So put that in here. That doubled the speed of it. And then it also had 4 gigs of RAM, and this one can take 8. And they were mismatched, so it wasn't a matched pair. Hey, thank you for the follow, Phantom. I appreciate you, bud. Thank you. So, what? Get out of here.
You have made a grave mistake.
Get out of here. Anywho. Anyway. I hate that because now I lost my train of thought. You know what I'm saying? This one was basically free. So I took the 4 gigs out of that one. It's a mismatched pair, so they're not the same brand, which is not ideal, but who cares, right? So I installed that. That helped speed it up a little bit, but you know, and even though they say you cannot install Windows on this machine or Windows 11, you can. You just have to know what you're doing. However, I did install one distro of Windows 11 on here before I added the RAM, and it was pretty slow, not gonna lie. So I installed Zorin OS on here, and it is a flavor of Linux, and it works fantastic. So it's a little slow right now, but I can show you guys that here in a second. And actually, let me minimize this because I do have it. Should have it on Rust. Oh, perhaps I don't. I thought I did. I'll have to add it real quick. So script Xlite, I can get rid of that. Delete that one. Yeah, because I deleted it off of there. Whatever. And I'm going to delete it off of that one too. So kernel. I may install Ghost on here directly. Yeah, see, and even Zorin's kind of slow to start up. But this is Zorin OS, and I will switch cameras here in a second once I find my Rust desk, which I'm pretty sure I installed. Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, see, it takes a minute for it to show up, but I want to showcase a little bit of Zorin here. Once it gets up. Come on. There it is. All right. So let me put it over here for a second. Ooh. Okay, connect. It should pop up. So what? I thought it, whatever. Display. There we have it. All right. So here we go. So basically I'm using Rust desk, and let me game on. There we go. So this is an application called Rust Desk, right? And you can basically remote into the PC, and you can change some of the resolutions. I guess not on Linux. Scale custom. I'll do scale adaptive, so it blows it up basically, and it should fill the whole screen. Should. That's a bug, but So anyway, this is the Zorin OS, and it is actually pretty nice. So anybody coming over from like Windows, because Windows has dropped support for Windows 10, right? Windows 10 is no more. But this, I like to think of it, it's kind of like a cross between Mac and Windows. Like, I definitely really, really like it. Let me just see. Here, let's go good image quality. So, like I said, it reminds me of Windows had a baby with Mac, and you get Zorin OS. This is the educational version, and it comes with all sorts of apps, pre-installed educational apps and utilities and things like that. But this reminds me of like Mac's, you know, what's that thing called? The app launcher, you know? And then you've also got, you've also got your workspaces, which you can flip between, right? So you got multiple workspaces you can scrub between. Yeah, you can do it that way too, Aspen. You can debloat it, or you can just run a distro, like a pre-modded distro. There's some really great ones out there. I personally like Ghost Spectre and Kernel OS. I've tried Xlite, but the version of Xlite that I tried was, what do you call it? It's bugged and broken, I think, because the way it installs is messed up, and then when I get in there, certain apps were not functioning correctly. It was way too stripped down. I've also tried Tiny 11, so those are distros that are already debloated, right? You can use, like you said, a custom XML file. There's also I've seen the Chris Titus tool to make your own distro, or you use Arch. You know, I just messed around with Manjaro, which is not native Arch, right, Aspen? But I was really impressed. And I was wondering if there's other distros of Arch out there, because I think those are really cool, and I would love to learn more about those, right? But oh shit, my tripod just hit the bed. Okay, doesn't matter because we're on Zorin right now. I'll fix that in a minute. So, but I was suggesting Zorin for like mom and pop or bro and sis that, you know, oh, my Windows 10 is no longer supported. Hey, I got a virus, or it's way too slow, right? Okay, well, thank you for the tip. Garuda and Endeavor. I was going to research that, Aspen, so thank you. I was going to research that. I should write that down. I'll just take a screenshot of this. Give me 1 second. Let me just screenshot that. Garuda and Endeavor. Okay. Which one is better in your opinion? Hopefully you guys can still see me. I'm taking a screenshot and everything looks frozen right now. Linux Arch, rather. Linux suggestion. All right. You think Garuda? Oh, XFE. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea, especially for this laptop. This one is like a 2012, I think, HP that I picked up at thrift shop, right? Yeah. I don't think I need like a gamer version for this particular one, but just wait till I pull out my other laptop that I got a smoking deal on. And this is why, guys. So like Aspen, thank you for the suggestions. We need to start learning Linux, because the way Microsoft is going, like, they just want to infest everybody's computer with spyware, essentially, so that they can collect our data and slow down your computer and then basically force you to buy a new computer when there's nothing wrong with the computers that we have. It's just they're changing the operating system to force us into their new paradigm or whatever you want to say. And it's not cool. It's not cool at all. So I'm kind of new to Linux. I've never really used it, but you know, an operating system is an operating system. Oh, okay. Basically makes it able to hack. I'll have to pick your brain, man. Like you sound like you know exactly what you're talking about. So it's Garuda XFE, you said? Black Arch is Kali for Arch distros. Okay. I think I saw Kali Linux and I was trying to test it out. I downloaded it. I was trying to test it out, but it didn't work for me for some reason. Like it wouldn't let me test it. It would only let me install it. So I kind of backed out of that one just because I didn't want to screw up my Windows install. Oh, you know Linux. All right. Nice. Well, let's go. Aspen. Yeah, I'll have to pick your brain, man. Girl. What, you prefer to be called girl? Trans girl? Let's go, girl. Oh, okay. You avoid Debian systems. So it's basically a Black Arch Kali for Arch distros. Black Arch. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So Black Arch tools will make XFE like Kali. Okay. Got it. Yeah, I should probably screenshot this. Kali Live is cool though. You can make a USB thumb drive, live OSs, so you plug into any machine and there's your OS. Yeah. That's what I was trying to do. And I got a free 1 terabyte SSD from doing all my rigmarole with these laptops, right? So I bought a bunch of laptops for like $50. Not a bunch. I bought 3 laptops for $50. One of them had a terabyte SSD in it. And then I had to scrub it and sell it for parts. So the parts paid for everything. So basically I got a free SSD and a free laptop. Okay, you use Kali Live for the Bitcoin. Nice. But I was going to try and install a version of Linux on here as well. So that way I could have a portable Linux that I could take around if need be. But as it is, I turned this into a Ventoy. You probably know what Ventoy is. So I got a 1 terabyte Ventoy and I can just load all my distros off of there. But like I said, I couldn't get the Kali to test, right? It just wanted to install. So I don't know if I did something wrong or if it was the Ventoy that was bugging it out or something like that. But yeah, I'm going to take another screenshot real quick because you got a lot of good info here. Arch suggestions. Yeah, we'll just save over it. Yep. Okay. Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Thank you for the suggestion. So you probably don't care much about Zorin, which, you know, I admit it is a simple OS. It's very basic, right? It's vanilla. Let's call it vanilla Linux, right? Yeah, I think it was the Ventoy. I think it was because it was running on Ventoy and I just clicked boot normal and it didn't go. And then I saw a video the other day that said if it doesn't do that, there's like another suggestion underneath, maybe boot grub loader or something like that. And I think I can try that because it's in Ventoy, right? So it says boot in normal, and then underneath it says like boot maybe safe mode or something like that. I forget, dude. My brain is cooked, so don't mind me. Don't do drugs, kids. That's all I'm saying. That's all I can say about that. Anyway, so like I was saying, Zoran is cool, right? I like Zoran. Yeah, see, I was doing that too. I had Rufus and I had a bunch of different flash drives, and I was like, what am I doing? So I got this terabyte SSD, and I was like, I'll just put Ventoy on this, and then I have a drive for files, and then I have a drive. Yeah. Oh, Ventoy is awesome. It's a Grub bootloader, and basically, here, I can plug it in. Hang on a second. I don't know if I can do a virtual drive from this. Here. Sorry, I'm trying to find my thumb drive. There it is. Let me plug it in. So basically, and I can't show you it running live, but yeah, you don't know about Ventoy? Ventoy's great.
Draw the cat, eyes sharp enough to kill a man.
Oh, Cat's here. Cat.
You did some bad
How you doing,
things,
honey?
but I'm the worst of them.
How you doing? Cat's here. Cat's here. Welcome in, Cat. Hang on. Oh, he did good. Good. Thank God. Thank God. Our son is at speech therapy, and he's been talking a lot more the past couple of days. Hang on. So this PC, and it's, why is it not loaded up? Oh, it is. Doy. That's weird. So normally it comes up with 2 drives, right? But basically it gives you a exFAT partition and a Ventoy EFI, right? But basically you can put all your ISOs in here. Yeah, I may have to plug this back in. I think it's like wigging out on me. Oh, good. How much he was talking. Oh, he was. Good, good. Hang on a second, guys. Let me unplug this. I don't know what the hell this thing's doing. Give me 1 second. All right, so VHD, backs, Windows. Huh. That's really weird. There it goes. Okay. So basically, you can plug it in. It normally comes up with two drives. One is like a Grub EFI bootloader thing. I must have hidden it or something on this PC. I don't know why it's not coming up. But anyway, and I'm gonna delete Atomic X-Lite because it is trash. Don't use trash. Don't use this trash. Yeah, it's acting really funky. Well, may have to reformat that. Anyway, you can just put all of your ISOs in this folder, and Ventoy will find them, and you can just boot from them. And then install Windows, you can install Linux, you can install any other ISO that you have in here. You can boot through Ventoy and run it. And I don't know what is wrong with it. Something's wrong with it. It is like tanking on me. Give me a second here. Where's my... That's really strange. Don't know what the hell it's doing. No, I've never installed over the net. I've never done a network install. That's weird. But it does exist. I'm looking right at it. That's really weird, dude. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Interrupted action. Huh. Beats me, guys. But I was going to show you Ventoy. It decided not to play along. But yeah, Ventoy's great. I may have to reformat that. Is it hot in here? Gee, I feel like it's getting hot in here. But Zorin is great. I love Zorin. I have never done a net install. Like I said, Zorin is more of a simple OS, right? I think maybe that's what happened here. Zorin fell asleep and... Yeah, like I said, it's not great by any means, but for like mom and pop, I think it works awesome. I think it works great. So, hang on a second, guys. Accept. No login error. Come on. I just did this. Accept. Whatever. Well, apparently it doesn't run Rust Desk well at all. So I gotta try again. Just give me the password. Yeah, I think that might be what? Bruh. I think it's Debian. It's definitely not Arch-based. It is definitely not Arch-based. I know that for a fact. Okay, login error again. Golly, this is pissing me off. But Rust Desk ain't working, so... Dude. This is pissing me off. Nothing freaking works. Yeah. So it's probably this laptop, let's be honest. Because like whatever OS I put on this thing, it has been struggling with. So, and it's from 2012, so it's not great. It's got DDR3, and I'm probably just going to sell this one as well. But here. Yeah, see, this is what happens. So it sees the display, and then I hit share, and then if it goes to sleep, yeah. So if it goes to sleep, all bets are off. So how do I make it not sleepy time? Yes, power saver. No, we won't. Balance. We want performance. Performance nerd. All right. So, yeah, Aspen, are you vertical? Are you on the vertical? We also have it in wide. Okay. Well, I will try Garuda, because if it's anything like Manjaro and XFE, I know that's for like lower end systems. So I will try that on this one, because like I said, Zorin's great. I think for Ma and Pa, you know, it's an easy install. You can install it alongside Windows fairly easily, and it's not bloated, right? It's not going to get bloated, and it reminds me of if Mac OS and Windows had a baby, and then this is what you get. So, and I found this resources app, right? Because like, that's what most users want. They just want something simple where they can hop on, they can do some word processing, they can surf the web, they can go to the app store, right? So if it doesn't have an app store, mom and pop don't care, right? They're going to get confused. They're just going to use it for word processing and hop off. But if you have a decent enough, you know, store where people can just poke around and look up some different apps and things, because mom and pop aren't going to be jumping on terminal. I'm very limited with terminal. Right. Well, does Garuda XFE, does that have like a store and stuff? Because yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, so for mom and pop and grandma, grandpa, and brother and sister who don't care too much about computers, right? They have a cell phone. Their Windows, all of a sudden, Windows 10 is not fucking working anymore because it's so slow and ridiculous that now we have to install Linux. Otherwise, you know, I'm positive Windows is going to be coming out with all kinds of viruses and bullshit here very soon. Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, just something simple, right? So even with this one, this is Zorin. It's got a Intel Pentium CPU, 2.5 gigahertz, but it's dual core. It's dual core. That's it, right? It does recognize the 8 gigs of RAM, even though it was a mismatched pair. I was like, well, screw it. This other computer's trash, so I disassembled it, put the hard drive and the RAM in here. So now we got 8 gigs, 500 at 6 gigs per second. So essentially doubling the speed. That's if the bus can even handle it. I don't even know if the bus can handle it. Yeah. Typing Pacman-S Discord is easier than opening Explorer. Yeah, we used to call it Windows Exploder, but then they must have caught wind about that back at Windows and changed their web browser to Edge. But yeah, so let's see. Why is that drive activity is at 98%? What the why is my drive? See, and this is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean. So like this drive is so old. Look at this. Highest only 1.919 megabytes read. So no SSD. Like it's just install. Yes. No. Yes. Yeah. So I don't know what the hell this thing's doing right now. But for what it's worth, right? Like it's got a DVD drive. It's got no GPU. I don't think. Oh, it does have a GPU. I don't know what kind. Does it say? Oh yeah, third gen core processor. Oh yeah, disregard that. There's no Scarlet. We don't need that. Delete. Yes. But yeah, so Zorin is okay. This laptop it's got a platter drive. I don't think it's even running with the full speed, but comes with a web browser. If it's Intel, it has an yeah, integrated. Yeah, probably. But my other HP does not, right? So let's take a look here. So yeah, I mean this is pretty much it, right? There's not much to it. It's got a web browser, like it runs kinda, but not really. Yeah, like it's just so slow.
Last year, I gave the HP Spectre X360,
yes.
one of my favorite
Now,
ratings for a 13-inch
look at this,
Ultrabook,
perfect
and now
timing.
they're back and they fixed some
So
things. They
I was
added a 4K
researching on this
display and an
laptop,
active pen. Let's
the
take a quick look and I'll tell you
laptop
what
that I
think. Stay
just
tuned.
bought. So I picked up this laptop for a steal, right?
Not much has changed with the
Can you guys
Spectre
hear that?
X360, but there are three major
Is it too loud?
improvements. One, it's got a 4K display. Two, it's got an active pen made by Elan.
So-
and three, it now comes in dark ash, which is a
Hang
better
tight.
looking color, but it's
So
only
this,
available in the high
here,
end.
let me turn those off too. This is the HP Spectre X360. It says 13-inch, but 4K. And it's the real Surface Book rival. Remember the Surface Books? I picked this one up on that same thrift website for $176. No joke. No joke. Here, hang on. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to copy this. So I don't know if you've used RustDesk, but it's great because it's got copy paste. It recognizes your keyboard, all that. So I can actually just pull it up over here. No. What the hell? Did it not copy? Making a liar out of me. Copy. Paste. Nope, didn't work. What the hell? Well, normally it has copy paste functionality. Let's just look it up here. HP Spectre X360 13. So go back to YouTube. Yeah, I'm just doing it on here because this is the other one's running off the laptop. So X360 13. This guy. Nope, that's not it. That's the.
When it comes to
That's the newer one.
Ultrabooks, the Dell XPS 13 and Surface Laptop 2 come to mind as some of the nicest and best on the market, but
So
the
this
HP
one was
Spectre
from-
X360 13-inch
Okay,
may be the
4K
best
review.
value out of
Yeah,
them
I don't know why
all.
the copy
Today I'm going
paste
to tell
isn't
you
working.
what's new and great about this
So
laptop for
the 4K
2019. Stay
review.
tuned.
It should just pop right up. Or not. Am I missing it? Like, where is it?
All right, the Spectre X360 has a special
was
place
that
in my
same
heart.
guy.
It's the first HP laptop that came out in 2015 that really convinced me HP can make a laptop that I actually would want.
This
Since
guy.
then, it's gone under quite a few revisions.
This is the one.
Compliments of the chef.
Oh?
He was so glad that he had emergency roadside
There,
service
it
with
looks a
Geico.
little bit better,
And
eh?
since
Last year, I
There
gave
we
the
go.
HP Spectre X360 one of my favorite ratings for a
Okay,
13-inch
so
Ultrabook,
this
and now they're back, and they
is the
fixed some
one
things.
that
They
I
added
just
a
picked
4K
up
display
on that
and an
same
active
website
pen.
for
Let's
a
take a quick look, and I'll
steal.
tell you what I think. Stay tuned.
It was $176 is what I paid for it. Plus shipping, it came to like $201.
X360, but there are three major
And
improvements. One, it's got a
for whatever
4K
reason,
display. Two, it's got an
right,
active
it
pen
says
made by Elan.
that Windows
And
11
three, it now comes
is
in
not
dark
compatible
black, which is
with
a
this
better looking
model.
color, but it's
And
only
it's got, the
available
only
in
thing I can
high-end.
come up with is it's
So
got to
here's
be the
that
graphics
4K
card.
display. It looks really fantastic.
Right, because it does have a 2 gig graphics card. It's got a 4K display, touch screen, right? Flips 360, so you can use it in tablet mode.
99% sRGB when we checked with our calibration. You still get the very thin bezels here on the side, which look great.
256.
Now it's not quite as thin on the top, but that's okay because they do put a really
Wow.
nice web camera and a dual IR lenses up there for
Nice.
It's a really nice trade-off.
Is that
Brightness is
a
also pretty good.
laptop?
It's not the brightest panel I've seen. It's more than enough for indoors, but you're going to struggle a little bit if you want to use this outdoors. And don't forget, this also has
my board
glossy
date.
reflection, so
Yeah.
it's going to reflect light back
It's
out.
crazy,
So, now
dude.
one trade-off with
It's
the 4K
absolutely
display, of
crazy.
course, comes
And
down to
it's
the battery.
borderline
So it's
criminal
fully
because
deworked
this
and got about 8
is a
to 9
beautiful
hours.
laptop,
Talking about
right?
6 to 7
So
hours.
what I did, I got it in. Everything worked great. It's a little banged up, a little used, you know, a little used, abused, whatever. That's fine. It's $200, right? Ah, server CPUs. Okay. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's a beast, dude. That is a beast. So 4K display, Bang & Olufsen speakers, like beautiful keyboard, beautiful. I mean, this thing is gorgeous, right? It's only 80 bucks. Oh my God. Yeah. So this laptop in 2017, I think was like 15 or 1600 just for this laptop here. And I picked it up for $176. But again, it said it had Windows 10, and it was like the base model Windows 10, like from way back when it first came out. And it was like a little buggy, right? Because I'm looking for my Wi-Fi to run Windows Update, and my network's not showing up. Only 4 networks are showing up, and I'm like, what the hell? What is going on here? Hang on a second, guys. Flip this. Let me flip this. So luckily I had, yeah, this thing went to sleep again. So luckily I had, give me a second. I had one of these. Ox5 loves it here. Let's go, Ox5. Port forwarding. No, I had one of these. I had a USB dongle with Ethernet. So I plugged that in, ran the like first Windows update on it. And after it came back up, it was like the first major update. After it came back up, boom, there's my network and everybody's network around here. So weird software-ish glitch. I don't know, like the original Windows 10 just didn't have it. Whatever driver it was using just didn't have it, right? So basically, that's what I did. I upgraded the software on it as far as I could go, right? Sorry, I'm just getting my other tripod together here. So I upgraded the software as far as it could go on Windows 10. And it even kept telling me, hey, this isn't capable of Windows 11, Windows 11. Blah, 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 ain't gonna work. So that's probably why it was at the thrift store, right? But it's a great machine, right? Like
with this
super
version.
slim,
That's with the
super
battery saver on, so
capable,
more like
touch
6 hours,
screen,
6.5 hours
4K,
using it as a regular
awesome
laptop.
speakers.
We do really intend to test
the
maybe 5
battery
hours. Now, I'm
is
actually really
one of the best
happy with
batteries
it,
I've
to be
ever
honest. Don't
seen
forget,
on a
this
laptop.
weighs less
Like
than
it
3
lasts
pounds. It's razor
forever.
thin. It just looks really
Forever,
nice. Plus, it's
with a
got a
4K
Core
display
i7 processor,
and a
this
2
one's
gig
running
graphics
16
card
gigs of RAM on
and
board. Now, don't forget, this also does
i7
have
16
fast
gigs of
charging
RAM,
with USB, so that is a nice
great
ability
form
as well.
factor.
Let's talk about this active pen. So it is ELAN.
It says
not
it's
Wacom,
13 inch, but it
is
feels
active,
more
which
like a
means it takes
15 or
single battery there on the
16
inside.
inch,
You
just
do
the
have 2
form
buttons that are
factor of the
programmable, and I
laptop
believe you can
itself.
place a tip if you need to do so. There is
Now,
no
it didn't
button
come
on
with the
top,
pen,
which is
and it
a
also
little bit
didn't come with a
unfortunate. It doesn't
charger,
use
so
a
I had to
grip
go to
on the
Walmart and
surface.
buy
Now,
a
HP
charger for
does
like
do
40
that with their
bucks.
Elite Book series,
But
which uses a Wacom pen. I'm not sure why they didn't.
I went ahead and installed one of the custom distros of Windows 11 on it already, and it runs super smooth, super smooth. Also, with Windows 10, like after the first major update, the OS was like 30 gigs, and then after that update, it was like 80 gigs, and I'm like, what the hell? And then you go into the C drive, and it's got Windows, and then it's got Windows.old, which it basically took your old OS, copied it into a folder, and then reinstalled the OS basically. So you had 2 versions of Windows, one that you will probably never use. So essentially, again, the software just loading up your system, taking all the room. You're never going to go back to that old OS, and you can't delete it, right? So that was annoying. I couldn't delete it no matter what I did. Like, there was nothing I could do that would delete that stupid folder. It was Windows and then Windows.old. So that's 80 gigs of space taking up your drive. Then on top of that, you had all this HP software running in the background. I mean, I'm not even joking, like 6 6 or 7 apps, HP apps, just running in the background, like burning all your stuff up, right?
Hundreds of dollars if you go for it. Overall, though, it's very.
But I got to tell you, I am super stoked with this laptop. Like, it's a little bit bigger, right? A little bit bigger than a regular 13-inch, but it's got gold accents on the side. Only one big USB port on this side and SD card slot. And then on this side, it's got HDMI and 2 mini USBs, which is what it charges with. And then this is actually like a volume port, or a volume button rather. So you can adjust the volume on the side. Not sure what that's used for. I wish you could reprogram it. But this is the HP Spectre 2017. Picked it up for a song. Yeah, the gold. Hey, Mr. Nasty's here.
Make it nasty, make it nasty. Drop it on the bitch, make it nasty, make it nasty, make it nasty. Pop it on the bitch, make it nasty.
Yeah, the gold is friggin' slick, dude. What up, Mr. Nasty? Just showing off my new laptop, dude. The gold is bitchin'. What up, Coach Mob? Yeah, so the gold accents, like I said, it's a little roughed up, but it's got this. You can flip it around. You can flip it around and work in tablet mode, right? Because it's a 4K touchscreen. Let's fire it up. 500 gig SSD. Yeah, no, it's mini USB. See, you're learning already. You're learning already, Mr. Nasty. Yeah, it's mini USB. It's a mini USB. It actually is. And it's super fast, like the USB 3 or USB 4 rather. It's like Thunderbolt. It's got so many different names. It's USB-C. It's mini USB. It's friggin'... I guess it's not mini USB, technically. It is USB-C. But it's also called Thunderbolt in some realms. But which distro would I put on this laptop? Well, obviously, we have to go with Ghost Spectre, right? We put Spectre on the Spectre. So, beautiful, beautiful laptop. Ah, yes, 3.0. Absolutely gorgeous. So, yeah, we're running Windows 11. Like I said, I updated the Windows 10 all the way up to the highest the software could go because of that fact. Like when I first got it and opened it up, my Wi-Fi was nowhere to be seen. So you want to go ahead and update any drivers that you have on this thing all the way up, and then export the drivers, which is what I did. I actually got this on a thrift. This was a thrift find, believe it or not. I got it at the Goodwill. I shit you not. Yep. And guess how much I paid for it? Stole it for $176. Yeah. Plus shipping. So $176 plus shipping. It was like $201. Came to like $201. Yeah, dude, it's this thing is sick. Absolutely sick. 4K display, touch screen, so you can drag stuff around. It's amazing. It's I mean, I can't tell you how nice this was. Yeah. Yeah, no, and I that's the one thing I forgot to do, was go in with Hiron's Boot CD. If you load up Hiron's Boot CD, Yes, and I already did that. Well, that's the nice thing about Ghost Spectre, actually, because it comes with a handy dandy little toolbox. And let me top this up a little bit. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. There we go. So, I don't know if you've ever used Ghost Spectre, and unfortunately there's glare, but it comes with this handy dandy little toolbox. And you can, what were we talking about? Oh, right here. Stop Windows updates until 2077. Right there. So you just type 8 and enter, and then pause update till 2077. Your Windows update is paused until 2077. You guys can't even see that. It's like blurry as fuck. There we go. Is that better? A little bit. And so let's go back. And it's just got a bunch of different things already not pre-installed, because it goes down and will download all these. So it doesn't even come with an internet browser installed. Yeah. Yeah, they want us to buy Pro or Server. Yeah, and this actually, so after all this like news about 10, and then everyone's like, oh, go get LTSC or whatever it's called. As you can see here, right here, this is Windows 11 IoT LTSC 24H2. So this actually is the LTSC version, but it's IoT. So if you come down here, you can actually change the edition. So if you go 32, you got Professional, IoT, Enterprises. Your current edition is IoT Enterprises. You can change it to Professional, Education, blah, 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 IoT, Enterprise, IoT. You can just change it right there, which is friggin' amazing. Yeah, so that's kind of, I mean, obviously for, you know, like what other OS am I going to go with except Ghost Spectre on the Spectre? I mean, that just makes sense, right? But I can also dual boot Linux, which I'm going to try out one of these Arch distros that you mentioned. Also, you can export it. Yeah, dude, this laptop is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. There is, and there's a ton of them out there. Like I said, I got those other three for next to nothing. Sold them, made a profit, got a 1 terabyte SSD, right? This one's got a 500 gig SSD, which is more than enough for 2 or 3 operating systems, really. I'll probably, because that's what I was doing last night, actually. I went ahead and followed this tutorial online. So basically, you have a host disk, right? That all this is the C drive. Basically, it's the whole hard disk formatted NTFS with an EFI partition. But then the operating system itself is just a VHDX. So it's an 80 gig VHDX file, which he suggested using a fixed size for an OS that you're going to be using for a long time. So this one is fixed size, but most of them you can make dynamic, which that reminds me. So, and I'll show you. Let me just plug it in right now and I'll show you. So VHDXs, I don't know if you've used them or if you know about them. They're amazing because, okay, see here Ventoy showed up, right? Yes, yeah, I have seen the framework. I hope the industry would go that way, but it's probably never going to happen because unless it becomes mainstream, right? You know, again, we're talking mom and pop and normal people who don't care about that stuff, unfortunately. It'll never be mainstream because most people don't care about building their own computer. They just don't. I mean, maybe more so now with the rise of streaming and gaming and everything, people want to build their own desktop, but laptops, I don't know. I don't know. Can you guys see this okay? If you can't see it here, if you're on vertical, you can go over to the widescreen. We got it on widescreen here and over on Kick. So anyway, the C drive, this is basically just a virtual drive that is inside of the host disk, right? And then Ventoy, this is the EFI partition for Ventoy, and then I just put all my media and ISOs over here. But yeah, I'll show you. This is the one I installed, Ghost Spectre, LTSC, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, Atomic X-Lite, bye-bye. That one's bugged. That's a piece of junk. And then there's a script in here. I don't know if I did this last night, but I'm not gonna do it right now. But you can activate Windows with that script. What am I looking for? Yeah. No, back it up. My VHDXs. So essentially, this is my Windows 10 backup of the laptop at the furthest point I could get it. I was following another tutorial online, so I have the backup, but I was not able to boot into it. However, I can boot into this one, so give me another File Explorer. And then we go to the host disk, right? And all you have to do, so this is kernel OS, you just copy it over. Just copy it over, and then use easy BCD. So you gotta wait for it to copy over. But this is for editing your boot entries. So right now we just have Ghost Spectre 11 as the default, and I can add a new entry and we'll call it kernel. And the path is going to be over at Meow on my host disk. It's going to be right here, and I'm going to wait 10 seconds. So that's it right there. I'm going to open it. Yep, kernel OS. Yep. And then hit add. And then we go over here, and now we got kernel, right? We're going to use the Metro, save the settings, make sure that's all saved. And now, so we have Ghost, which is the one I'm on right now. And I can just restart this. Oops. Watch this. I just restart, and I can boot into kernel. With Snapper. What do you mean Snapper? Where you snap the windows? But this, like I said, this laptop's from 2017. Okay, so here we go. So we got kernel. Sorry, is this like, it's like not focusing. So this is Ghost and then kernel, another VHD. They're both VHDs, and this should pop up in like 10 seconds. There you go. We're up. I don't know how to get it to focus. There you go. And just like that. Oh, okay. Oh, so it's similar. Snapper, yeah. Snapper snapshots, all version of the OS. So if I install fresh, that's a snap 1. If I added a package, that's snap 2. So does it automatically take snapshots? But so yeah, so essentially now here we are in kernel OS. And I don't know if I installed, no, I did not. So I did not install the drivers on this one just yet. Ah, gotcha. Okay, that's interesting. That's really cool. So this version, I have not installed the drivers just yet. So if I go to, yeah, device manager. So you can see a lot of the drivers are not installed. Which is not good to run them on like that. So I can install them on kernel. And this is actually because I made this file on my mini PC. So that's why it says mini PC up here. So I can add the drivers. I'm gonna browse to, hopefully it has enough space on this one because this is only a 30 gig. So then I can just hit Spectre because I saved all my drivers and hit next, and then it's gonna take a little bit, but, and then it's gonna restart. But yeah, it's as simple as that. So you can just copy and paste. So I just copied another version of Windows. This is kernel OS Windows 11. So I copy and pasted another version of Windows in like, what, 10 seconds? 30 seconds, something like that. So I just installed Windows in 30 seconds, essentially. And then, like you said, this way you're kind of doing it more manually. So you're taking snapshots because let's say I update the drivers, right? It's saving it on the laptop drive, but I could copy that virtual disk back over to my thumb drive. And so I'm taking snapshots manually, essentially. But yeah, guys, this is it. This is the Spectre. This thing, the battery life on this thing is freaking amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I've worked more than 4 hours on this thing easily. Watching videos, like you name it. But again, like by killing the HP OS too, that definitely helped a lot because there was so many programs running in the background. And now this one, okay, this one actually is smaller than the one I have. Mine has the speakers on the side over here. So this one's actually smaller. This is probably the previous year's model, but it's essentially the same exact thing. Yeah. So good stuff. Good stuff. So that is it. The Spectre, the ghost, the Spectre running ghost Spectre. Thank you. Thank you. But that's about it. Oh, secret spy chip. Let's go. But so what was that version of Linux you were talking about? I can look it up. Arch Linux suggestions. Let's see. XFE Garuda XFE. Yeah, so I was looking to see if I could install Linux to a VHDX, which you can, but it won't boot like the Windows VHDXs do. So this is Garuda. Oops, my caps lock's on. XF. Is that right? XCFE. XFCSE. Garuda Linux. This one here? Right here. XFE. It looks nice. I like the desktop background. That's pretty sick. Yeah, see, and I think this is where most users get overwhelmed, right? Because they see all this. Oh, here, look at this. Just a tiny little disclaimer right here for advanced users only. And I guess all of these are going to be for advanced users, but like I scrolled right past that, didn't even see it. Garuda Sway. That looks like it should be in the advanced, unless that's just a weird thumbnail. But okay, so you suggest XFE. Well, let's give her a download. 4 gigs of RAM. That works for me. Okay, so this one, the drivers were successfully installed. We're gonna restart her. Yeah, because like I said, out of the box with the HP software and the whatever else, the Windows, like not cutting it, right? And again, like in a couple of years, eventually this laptop is just not going to cut it anymore, right? But it's still a very, very, very capable machine. And the fact that they're just like, nope, you gotta upgrade, you gotta buy a new computer. It's just like, what? And they do it through these methods of bloating the software to the point where it brings the machine to its knees. And that's not cool. That's not cool in my opinion. So that's where Linux and things like this Garuda and all this other stuff come to the rescue. Yeah, there we go. So I got too much going on here. Wait, does this have Bluetooth? Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's the batteries on this thing. Yeah, look at this. I've been using this for like an hour. booting, doing work, and I'm still at 91%. Essentially. I don't know why the Bluetooth does not seem to be doing it right now. It's probably the mouse batteries, honestly. Yeah, I think it is because it's flashing like real quick. Let's see if I got some more batteries here. Ooh, I have one. Oh boo. Oh boo. May have to sacrifice some batteries. Let's see. Doop. Doop. Might have to go buy some batteries. It's toast. Yeah. He's toasty. That's all good. But yeah, so that is that. Let's go disk management. Let me eject this real quick. Okay. So do this. Let me close this out over here. This one is not responding anyway. We're gonna close that. We're gonna close that. Mr. Nasty, you still with me, buddy? How's was no pickleball today? Today Wednesday? What is today? Wednesday? Thursday? Friday? Saturday, Sunday. I don't know what day it is. All right, so we downloaded the Garuda. Let's see if we give her a shot. Why not? Yeah, I don't know. It does this. It's this the second time it's done this. I don't know. All right, so what the hell? I've never had a problem with this scanning and repairing. Okay, so scan and repair. It comes up with this now. It was just working on this other one. I safely removed it. And then now on this PC, it's not working. What the Sorry, guys. I don't know what the hell's going on with it. Oh, yeah, no shit, there was a problem. No shit, there was a problem, man. Let's try flipping it over. Oh, now it comes up, but the other one doesn't come up. Yeah, only one of the drives is coming up. Yeah, no, it's fucking giving me the business. Yeah, it's doing that again. What the fuck is going on with this stupid drive? Hey, Aspen, any idea what the hell this thing is doing? I don't get it. Plug it in the front, maybe? Yeah, fix it. Repair it. Do it. It's just sitting there. Well, how do you like that? Hang on, guys. How do you like that? Having issues with my OneDrive. But I got to install, or not install, I've got to transfer over Linux to it. And I can't open it up. Yeah, see, it's just sitting here going, merp, 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 merp. Now it's fucking frozen. What the f is going on? It works fine on this computer, and then I put it over here, and it's like... I don't know. Yeah, I can see it's not responding. Thank you for that. It's frustrating. And my background is missing. Amazing. The fuck? I don't know if I'm about to lose you guys, but we're here. Golly, I can't even... What the shit? Oh my god. I don't know if you guys can see me, but something ain't right. All right, guys. I apologize. If I don't know if you could see me, hear me, what, but my system is like frozen right now. So I'm gonna have to see if I can close out of this and restart. So unfortunately, I can't tell. Let me grab my phone here. Turn this off. All right, are we live? Yeah, well, it's fine. Let me... Am I still live? Hey! Test, test, test. Am I still live? Am I live? Hey guys. Hey, I gotta shut this down. So thank you all for being here. Aspen Fox, thank you for being here. Thank you for the subscription. Mr. Nasty, thank you for being here. Coach Mob Jr., I don't know if you're a real person or not. Doesn't look like it. Let's see. Coach Mob Jr., all you've ever sent are W's and dog crawling. Yeah, I'm going to time you out for 1 week. If you come back after that, just send in W's or dogs, I'm banning you. So have fun with that. Aspen Fox, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for being here. Cheeto Gaming, thank you for being here. And yeah, I think I'm gonna sign off, guys. Unfortunately, I bit the dust. My computer is frozen solid right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and sign off. But thanks for being here. We'll do this again soon. Peace.